Guys, welcome back to my channel Ab Fab. It has been quite a while, I think like 6 or 7 weeks since I posted my last video. Get back into it and just do a get ready with me and a little life update. I think some of you, one or two of you, got the impression that I was just taking a little time off of YouTube because of summer vacation or, you know, just tending to some fun things, which in fact was not the case. But I have been kind of watching your videos on the side as best I can to just kind of hang out and watch your videos. And I've seen lots of fun things going on with you guys. Going on trips and camping like Tina, and having a grandbabies born like my friend Frances, and going on lovely extended vacations with one's husband. So I have been keeping my eyes on my girls and watching you guys. I haven't always been commenting, but I have certainly been watching your videos. Because of course I was dealing with a whole bunch of things on my side over here that really just kind of required my attention. Still require my attention, but you know, you kind of then sort of get into a different headspace when the news settles, and then you try to resume a normal lifestyle as much as one can. And what I'm talking about is about 6-7 weeks ago, my family was rocked by a health diagnosis that really required our immediate attention to be focused on this family member. And this family member is somebody that is very, very important to all of us, as I would hope most family members are. So, and the reason I'm not saying what the diagnosis is or who this person is because I'm the one in my family that chose to do YouTube and to kind of share some of my, you know, time and stories with all of you, but the rest of my family has not. So for their privacy and just respect, I'm not going to say who it is or what the situation is, but needless to say, can I just say that it's an ongoing process. We've really just started the journey, and yeah, it really did take all of my attention and energy on my days off, and will, you know, in the future. But when I can sort of sneak away and just chit chat with my gals, then I'm going to do it. So that's what we're doing today, because every day, regardless of the situation, one has to wake up, have a shower, put your clothes on the same way you did every other day, and then get your makeup on. So I also kind of think I promised you guys about 6-7 weeks ago, I told you that I purchased my very first high-end foundation, treated myself to one, and what I picked up was this beauty right here. This is the Grwm Lingerie Depot. This is in the color, oh goodness, this is in the color Neutral 01. So that'll tell you. This is me, July, whatever the date is today, the 9th. I used it just briefly in the Sephora VIB video that I was talking about, but I didn't get a really long-term use out of it, and since then I have been using it almost every day. I don't put foundation on every day, but when I do, I'm grabbing for this one. And I think I said in my Sephora VIB sale haul that my discount made this $59.50 around there Canadian. It's normally a $75 foundation. If you're not familiar with Grwm's Lingerie Depot, first of all, it means nude skin. And if you go to the website, basically this perfecting all natural matte foundation is really meant to be like a second skin, and I can honestly say that I believe it is. I mean, anytime I've worn it, it has never, you know, kind of caked off or flaked or set into fine lines and wrinkles. Having said that, I don't apply it directly to my skin. I always use a primer, but this is for the gals that are looking for light to medium coverage in their foundation, and that would be me. I don't generally need really any heavy foundation. It also has a pump. It's in this beautiful glass bottle, and this bottle, I believe, is exactly 1 fluid ounce. My hand, giving my sort of foundation just a little time to set up, and I'm not telling you guys anything that you don't already know. I think everybody knows how to put on foundation. I would actually prefer that there's no fragrance to makeup, but alas, as you know, that is not the case. Lots of cosmetic companies add fragrances, and this one is no different. So I have also been enjoying putting this on with this beautiful Tarte makeup brush that I bought on my Sephora and Tarte VIB, sorry, just haul. I don't know why I'm saying VIB, but it was on the Tarte website. I'm absolutely loving it. It's this beautiful dense brush, and I didn't really think, you know, after being a beauty blender junkie, that I would really get into the whole makeup brush, but I'm really, really loving that. It actually really gets into all the nooks and crannies. I didn't even think that it would be really good coverage around my nose, you know, the nostril area, but it has been fabulous. I'm also trying out a new light. You probably watch my videos enough to know that I always complain about my $20 IKEA light, and I'm trying a brand new cool light out from Costco. So it has a cool setting, warm setting, and kind of a neutral light setting. And I think this is the warm setting. I'm not really sure because it doesn't say. But anyways, that's what I'm using tonight. So if I look different than normal videos, then I would say it would have to be the lighting. But anyways, where to get back about being away for so long. And the thing with being away for so long, which is really funny, is even though most of my videos I shoot and then edit, so they're not live, you don't get that interaction with your whole YouTube community as much, at least, as I thought I did, even though I stayed with my other social media, like specifically my Instagram account. But you certainly don't get that immediate, I guess, satisfaction of just saying hi to your girlfriends and reading their comments. And I mean, I get that. Kind of nice to be back and just to be hanging out with you guys, or should I say you guys hanging out with me. I certainly appreciate it. A lot of you have asked, where is the Ab Fab videos? And you know who you are that asked. And I really, really just love that, because those people know me from work and they're my real life friends, and they have been enjoying my videos, which is really, really sweet and very inspiring. So thank you very much for asking where was Ab Fab and where was the videos. And really what's ultimately important in life is our families and our friendships and our connections in this world. That's really what life's all about, without getting like uber deep. Okay, so did my foundation, and I'm going to do my NARS Creamy Complete Concealer. This is in the color Light Number 2 or Vanilla, and I love to use this just around my eyes. I don't have a lot of really dark circles. I mean, you know, some mornings I wake up, but I love using this because it's just light and creamy consistency, and I can just sort of apply it with a brush. I can put this wherever I want. So loving that. And yeah, and I'm just going to kind of blend this just in with my finger. Yeah, because I like to kind of, the darkest part of my eye is right there by the tear duct, so I like to get in and then just blend it all out. So I do notice one thing with this light. It is very difficult to actually see if you're getting a good blend. So if I'm not getting a good blend, you guys, then you guys can tell me that later. I'll probably see it in the edited video. But anyways, I am really loving that. Of course, my other concealer to use is the Tarte Shape Tape. Also, you know, what can I say about that? Do a little nose contour, and I'm going to use my Hoola bronzer to contour my nose. So I'm just going to take this kind of like short, stubby little eyeshadow brush and my basically my bronzer, and just kind of give a little contour to that. And of course, if you're new to contouring, I'd be surprised. But if you are, just keep in mind that, of course, anything that is dark helps to recede, and anything that is light helps to bring forward. So, I mean, that's pretty just straightforward premise of actually contouring. You get the gist of it. And then on the sides, I like to give my face a little shape. So I'm going to take my NARS Ita Kabuki brush, and I'm just going to do a little just underneath the cheek, because it really does make a huge difference with actually contouring the side of your face if you don't have those nice chiseled high cheekbones. And let's be honest, I mean, how many of us have those nice chiseled cheekbones? And then I like to do a little, just because I have a really high forehead, and this light, it's a little blinding. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, I also have my foundation brush, which I've been loving. If you have a harsh line, these type of brushes are perfect, because pretty much everything just buffs out of its way, which is really, really, really nice. So, all right, and of course, I don't know if I've said it before or not that it's important, because I wouldn't say that of all the people on YouTube I have the most groomed eyebrows. I call them my boyfriend brows, but I do like a bushier eyebrow. It's just my personal preference. And if you're like me and you like a bushier eyebrow, but you don't really want to have them just look unruly and kind of like the Grover brow, I use the Anastasia of Beverly Hills, the Dip Brow Pomade in the color Taupe, and yeah, I'm a fan. And the number 12 Anastasia of Beverly Hills eyebrow, it has this brush, has the spoolie on one side and the angle brush on another, just to make it look even and, yeah, tamed, I guess that would be the correct term. But something that helps to just kind of frame the face is just like I said, a boyfriend brow. So that looks pretty good. And I just see off to the side here that I have my Dandelion Shy Bean by Benefit, so I'm going to be using that as well. And pretty much most of my face is done. I like to do it in a certain order. I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else, but it certainly makes sense to me. So I'm going to do some, I guess, just an eyeshadow look. So I'm going to use my Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish eyeshadow primer. And I kind of learned a new trick just recently. I don't know if I saw it on a video I was watching, but you know, I noticed that even the Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish primer was also starting to make my eyeshadow slide. And I had noticed that before with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I was like, what's the deal with that? Because especially in the warmer seasons, warmer temperatures, primer can get slippery. So basically what you want to do is, now I am taking just a bone, so I'm just going to take this plain bone color right here, and I just tap off the excess, and then I just kind of make sure that I have just a little bit of that on the lid where I put the primer, just to kind of set the primer. And then I have found that my eyeshadow just does not budge. So if you're finding that your primer is not really hanging onto your eyeshadow, give that a shot. You want a matte, you do not want a metallic eyeshadow, and you want it to be sort of a bone color or very, very pale. And just tap that on a fluffy blending brush, tap it on top of your primer, and you are good to go. All right, so for today's eyeshadow, get ready with me. I'm just using probably one of my most favorite eyeshadow palettes, and that's the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm sure most of my girlfriends, and certainly all of my makeup junkie girlfriends, have this very palette. If you're looking for a really, really good palette, might I suggest that you look at the Modern Renaissance. It used to be limited edition because it was so popular. They made it be a staple of her eyeshadow inventory, and I could just talk about the quality and the pigmentation and just how beautifully blendable all these eyeshadows are. And I find even though they're a little on the warm side, they're absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to use that for my eyeshadow look today. And I'm just going to start off by taking Bueno Fresco. And that one is right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's almost like a very peachy, mild eggplant color. And I'm just going to tap that off. And I'm just going to use that in my crease here. So just a nice fluffy blending brush. Honestly, today I cannot even speak. It just seems so weird. I thought I'd get on here and I'd be all natural, you know, just pick up where I left off. See, I can't even talk. But anyways, that's not the case, but that's okay. You all know me, and yeah, I feel surrounded by friends. So basically, when you have hooded eyes like I do, and I think the majority of people have hooded eyes to some degree, but if you definitely do, you just want to go up a little bit higher than the natural crease in your eyes, and that kind of really opens up your eyes. And like I said, because I don't have my big makeup mirror directly in front of me, it's off to the side with this particular setup. I'm not really sure of the blendability, but you can kind of even just get a feel. Just get your fluffy, this is the 217 by MAC, and you just get in there and just give a little blend to that until you see that it has nice pigmentation right across the top. And if it's not a clean brush, then when you dip in, then get a cleaner blending brush, because otherwise then you'll drag other color across the lid and then it just gets muddy. So anyways, that's the eyeshadow tip of the day for blending. I haven't used any outer accent eyeshadow colors because I just want to keep it very light and very simple. And so kind of going to do a halo look. I've just taken my crease color and dragged it kind of straight across, just above the natural crease. And now I am just going to take Vermeer, which is this beautiful, very light, almost like a pearlescent champagne color, and I'm just going to do a little tap in the middle of the eye, which just gives a really nice lift to the eye. And then I'm going to just use my blending brush from that just to kind of blend out the edges there. So even fluffier brush than the 217. And yeah, I'm just going to do a nice little tap and blend that out. Just the edges, because I just don't want it to be so obvious. And I'm going to use that exact same color, and I'm just going to give it a little tiny pop just right in by the tear duct here, because we all know that that helps to really just open up the eyes. There's always tends to be one area there, if you notice, and all you need to do is just get a clean brush that you haven't used before and blend it out. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but that's totally okay. Of my actual eyelashes, how's that? That usually works a little bit. So yeah, going to go with a eyeliner look today. I want to keep my eyes just very, very fresh, very open, nothing too heavy. No winged eyeliner, nothing like that, but I am going to use, this is not my ultimate favorite, but it's one of my favorites when I want volume. Today I actually have a little bit of length with my eyelashes for whatever reason, but I'm going to use for this volume look the Lash Paradise. And need I say about Lash Paradise, most of you are all familiar with it. It does really give some great volume. So I don't know, what are you guys using for actual like volume these days, or what is your go-to favorite volumizing mascara? I always find that it's either going to be one or the other. You know, it's hard to get volume and actual length, but boy, they sure make good mascaras, don't they? L'Oreal. So just gonna put that on. And again, just a very light touch. And I'm not even doing just the lashes underneath, because I'm keeping it very fresh today. I think I've said that like 1,000 times. And of course, dun da da, it's my NARS Orgasm Blush. Yes, I said orgasm. I know, I say that all the time. It's a funny little joke, is it not? Okay, so I'm just using this awesome. This was a last year's benefit did, you know, their bronzer brush in this cool Hawaiian, you know, bamboo looking thing. But anyways, it is a really great, nice and fluffy, and just kind of keeps everything nicely blended, because you want your blush to just give you that sort of fresh little kiss on your cheeks, but not, you know, look like it did back in the 80s. Remember the 80s? For my lips today, I want something that's kind of a little more dramatic. Does that make sense? Not red. I'm not talking red. But I'm going to pick up, this is my favorite. I've used this many, many times. This is the NYX, and basically this is their Ombre Lip Duo Pencil they came out with a year ago. Nothing new. This is in Speckles and Freckles. So if you're not familiar with the product, first of all, NYX is a great makeup product, but they have the lip color end, and then at the other end, they have the coordinating lip liner. So yes, this does require a mirror, so I'm just going to go in here and just kind of line my lips. And the idea of this is that you line your lips. You kind of just want to color or feather it in, which always works good for my sunspot. Just on the inside, so the outside corner going in. Just feather it in. Lip end, and then you want to basically drag the color, the lighter color, over it, so there's no exposing lip. And what you get is this really well-defined but very subtle ombre lip. And quite frankly, I love, love, love this look. Just because, you know, I'm keeping the look really, really fresh. So I have two highlighters. I'm gonna finish off my eyes by using this really beautiful matte cream Dandelion Shy Beam by Benefit. And yes, it is. It is in fact actually a matte highlighter. Comes in this really unique like a nail brush, but it is excellent for doing a nice cleanup job just on the upper brow. So you kind of just get it there and then just blend it with your finger. You could blend it with a beauty blender, but it just gives a nice cleanup, and again just really helps to bring the eye up without, you know, putting shine on the actual brow. The Dandelion Shy Beam, it can be used as well on the cheeks or any area. Like, I mean, you literally could use it right here on the chin if you wanted to. And then you could use your beauty blender to kind of dab it in, because it doesn't give any shine. It is a matte highlighter. So it just really highlights the contours of your face without being shiny. But having said that, please, please, we're talking about me, AbFab, and I absolutely love, love shine. So I'm going to put the Shy Beam on the areas I don't want to draw attention, but the areas I do want to drive attention to, bam! I'm going with my Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I did videos about this, but these are absolutely beautiful, which is the pink and the white one. And just kind of, you know, just give a little pop to the areas that, yeah, I want a little bit of extra shine. Like, look at that. That is some serious, serious highlight. And being quite careful, actually, not to bring it too close to those fine lines, you know, right by the eye. I'm going to finish this off with, of course, my favorite currently setting spray, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter, and just give that a couple of squirts, which is really nice. And then I would like to finish with the Daisy Dream, which is my favorite summer fragrance by Marc Jacobs. I absolutely love the bottle. I just love the scent. It is just so beautiful. And I'm not one to always put on fragrance, but when I'm home on a day off, I do really enjoy it. anyways, I think that's about it. Like I said, this video and life update was just to kind of say hi and thank you for the bulk of you that stuck in and kept your subscriptions going. I really do appreciate it. I just thought I would just update you and let you know what's going on, so when you see my videos randomly at different times, then you'll just know why. So but just like all of you, I like to thank you so much for this is my second, I can't even remember, is this my second or third year on YouTube with my channel AbFab? And if you're new here, well then thank you for just hanging out. And if you haven't subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button down at the bottom of the screen. As you full well know, it doesn't cost you any money, and that way if you ring the bell, you can come back week after week and hang out where we'll talk about all things to do with makeup and fun. And to the rest of my 50+ YouTuber girlfriends and family, I love you guys all so much. Thank you for all of your comments and your concerns, and all my close friends who are wondering where the AbFab videos were and where did AbFab go. I am still here and I'm still loving to spend this time with you guys, and I am so glad that I did this life update and get ready with me so that you at least know what is going on and that I haven't abandoned you in this big YouTube beauty world. And as I always say at the end of every video, certainly mean it from the bottom of my heart, I hope you all, as always, have an absolutely fabulous week. Take care, everybody, and I hopefully will see you next week. Bye.